Looking to join Accenture, huh? Well, you came at the right place because in this video, I'm going to be revealing the entire recruitment process, start from the beginning till the end, that I experienced myself when I got my dream job at Accenture. And guess what? I had no connections, I didn't do any internship at Accenture, neither do I have any tech degree. Curious to know how I did that? Well, stick around and let's dive in. And hey, do you know that 70% of you lovely viewers are not my subscribers? So if you are enjoying my videos, then I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button because I come up with all such amazing content every week. And with that being said, let's get started. Hello everyone, this is Shabbir Anodwala from Escotian and welcome back to my channel. So the first step to Accenture recruitment process is fairly simple. All you have to do is apply online. Don't stress, it's a piece of cake. But how to find that elusive job listing? Well, you can go onto Accenture's career website or you can go onto LinkedIn and type in Accenture graduate job and you are all set. Once you find your perfect fit, click on apply and then submit the form with some basic details. And you know the best part about this? There is no confusing job related questions in the form like other big four companies, so it's fairly simple to fill. But wait, to get it to the next stage, you will need a top notch CV. And if you are unsure how to make a CV, then don't worry. I have made a video all about how to boost your CV with the help of AI. So you can follow the steps and tips that I have mentioned in the video, and I'm sure you'll be one step closer to your dream job at Accenture. Now let's talk about our LinkedIn profile. It's crucial for making an initial impression and we cannot neglect it. Need some guidance? Don't worry, I have got you covered here as well. I have made a video on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile like a pro. Trust me, it's a game changer. And don't worry, I have added the link for both the videos in my description so you can go and check out later once you are done watching this video. Remember, your application is the first impression that you will have on Accenture, so give it all your go. Also, I would advise you to apply as early as possible because candidates are often selected on a rolling basis. And remember one last thing, always double check your application before hitting the submit button. So after I completed my first stage, I received an email from Accenture asking me to complete an online assessment, what Accenture calls it at Discovery Portal. So basically, this online assessment consists of situational, behavioral, numerical, and logical question, all to be completed in just 1 hour. So if I have to talk about in detail, first one is situational based question. In this section, they give you a scenario that you are working on a problem for a client and then you have four options to select from. Choose the option that you feel the most appropriate. So basically this exercise is to judge your approach and then to see if your approaches matches with Accenture's ways of working. Next one was behavioral test. So this test was all about assessing my compatibility with Accenture's corporate value. So there is no right or wrong answer. So it's all about understanding that if a candidate is the right fit for consulting world and if they can work with corporate clients. So the next one was numeric reasoning test where my arithmetic abilities were put to test. I would say the questions that I faced were similar to GCSE or high school mathematics, but the real challenge was that ticking clock. So my piece of advice to you guys is that keep yourself calm and focused and don't spend too much time on one question. If you cannot do it, just skip it and move on to the next one. Finally, the logical reasoning test had me flexing my pattern recognition skills because I'm really good at identifying patterns, diagrams, solving puzzles, and all sort of stuff. At the beginning, I was finding it a bit complex, but as I continued, I find it to be more interesting than I expected. This all might be sounding really complex to you, but trust me, when you actually give this online assessment center, you will find it that it's really doable and it's not that hard. All you have to do is just remember to put your focus and give whatever you have and don't spend your time on one question. If you cannot do it, just skip it and move on to the next one. So guess what? I received an email saying that I have cleared the Discovery Portal round and I have been invited to this virtual assessment center. Before COVID, they used to call you in person for the interview, but after pandemic, they have made this thing virtual. So basically, this was the whole day event. So for me, it started around 10 o'clock in the morning and it went through till 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Don't get worried. I know it was a whole day interview, but it's not like they'll keep on asking you questions for the entire 5 hours. But it was divided among four sections. First one was face-to-face interview, followed by paired exercise. Then I had immersive challenges, and the last one was 10 challenges problem. So starting with the first one, face-to-face interview. Even that was split between two parts. First one was a typical interview where the interviewer asks you analytical question, and it's not like a generic question where they ask you like, okay, where do you want to see in 5 years? So it's not like something you can prepare of. Instead, if I can remember, a question that HR asked to me was, what is that one transferable skills that I can use in the job role that I applied for? And it completely shocked me because this was something that I didn't prepare for. So it took me a while to come up with an answer. So these type of questions that you can expect from a typical Accenture interview. Second part of the interview gets a little bit tough because you have to give a live presentation by choosing one of the technology trends from Accenture's recent tech trends, what they update every year on their website. Don't be scared. They give you prior 2 days time before your assessment center to prepare for this. So you can take your time to research. But when I say presentation, it's not like you'll have to prepare an actual PowerPoint presentation and then present it in front of the interviewer, but it's just that you have to give a verbal presentation, but you are allowed to carry your notes. So that's what I did. So my topic was digital twin because that is something what I'm passionate about. So I'll give you a pro tip that make sure to select only that trend where you're actually passionate about so that you can talk confidently in front of the interviewer, and even though if they ask you any questions, you will be confident enough to answer them. Next stage of the recruitment process was a paired exercise. So in this stage, they'll pair you up with someone random and then they will put you in a simulated work environment where you will face an actual client problem and then you will have to collaborate together to come up with a solution. Once you are done with that, then HR will ask you a couple of questions and also the reason behind that solution. The main aim of this exercise is to see if you can work collaboratively on a task and if you are a good team player. So make sure that you are not competing with your teammate. Instead, try to work with your teammate and come up with a collaborative approach to give answers. One pro tip is instead of using yes and but, try to use yes and before your statement because that will show your collaborative approach to HR. So the next stage of assessment center is immersive challenge. So in this stage, you'll be actually pretending to be working at Accenture where they give you an actual client problem and then you'll have to type in your answer into a little text box. So I wrote a paragraph mentioning few bullet points on how I'm going to approach the problem and what is going to be the actual solution. So I guess the main reason behind this exercise is to check your problem solving skills and also to see your approach when you're actually working at Accenture. So I guess the pro tip would be in your answer, make sure that you are always client centric because remember, it's a consulting company. So all they care about is their clients. So whatever answer you're typing in the text box, make sure that it's always client centric. The last stage of the assessment center was 10 challenges problem. Basically, you will get just 10 minutes to complete all the 10 questions, and this has nothing to do with the role that you applied for. These are pure random questions based on maths and logic. I would say it's nearly impossible to complete all the 10 questions in 10 minutes, but if you can do that, then you are genius. I was able to complete only 6 of them, but I guess the reason behind that is to check your approach. So if you are taking too long onto one question, my tip would be just move on, skip it if you cannot do it because it's just 10 minutes to try to complete as many questions as you can, which is easy to do it. But then I have also met few people who took a lot of time to complete just one question, but they still got selected because they gave the proper reason of why they took so long onto one task. So it depends on what kind of person you are. So it's not like if you give more right answers, then you'll be getting more marks, or if you can just complete one question, then you'll be getting less mark. It's all about the approach and how Accenture works. So do some more research on Accenture's ways of working. By the way, guys, just to let you know, I got my offer after this stage that I got selected into Accenture, and I couldn't express my happiness. I was so happy. I was on cloud nine. But if you have applied for a software engineering role, then your happiness is still awaiting. Then you need to control yourself right now because after that there's another technical interview for you. But don't be scared, that is not that long. It's just a normal telephonic call which will be of half an hour and not more than that. So just to let you know, this interview will be taken by a technical manager and not by HR. So they may ask you question on programming languages, software development lifecycle like agile, waterfall, and all sorts of technical questions. So make sure that if you reach till this stage, so do brush up your skills and do some research on your technical skills so that you'll be confident enough to answer these questions. And there you have it, the complete Accenture recruitment journey right from the beginning till the end. If you learned something new from this video, please give a big fat thumbs up. And if you are someone who is new to my channel, I come up with all such amazing content every week on Wednesday. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you are someone who is applying in Accenture too, drop a comment down below because I would love to meet my future colleague. With that being said, bye for now.